Ah, let that music hit. I love it. I love it when they let the music bring us in. Astralis, now more than ever, we've got to see some signs of life. They've got this CT side start. This was what let them down back on Inferno. So they're hoping that they can find a pistol and hit the ground running here. That kill goes in favor of Gambit as they start to flood out and deal with this short aggro from Astralis. No one can seem to hit these guys, man. I don't get it.
It's that AD, man.
They're
AD.
getting to have like full magazine gunfights, bro. Like, I feel like, what's going on with Axe? Yeah, to be fair, like you're not hitting that, are you?
Yeah,
Axel's bouncing off the walls.
He's had his caffeine today. And yeah, lots of fighting, right? Astralis, they try and meet Gambit with some madness. I respect the pistol call, actually, just getting very aggressive on the tunnels and taking those close choke fights. But yeah, ADing with a Glock, man, it's just so OP. And Astralis can't find that one little headshot they need. Gambit can afford to spam on the body. Astralis can't with USPs, and so it's a closer for Gambit. Nice and easy on that B-bomb site. Yeah, you know, CT side start's good for Astralis. I gotta say, from what we've seen, you know, back in the EU RMR, where Astralis did play this map twice, lost it both times, the T sides were the trouble there. And so that's gonna be the worry, which puts, unfortunately, even more pressure on their CT side to actually perform, to actually have a good first half. And well, losing the pistol in that way isn't gonna help you. Double scout force for Astralis, putting in all their money, as you often do on these CT sides. Will it work wonders though? Gambit have, you know, expected this and brought in 4 rifles. Mid-crawl, contact as ever. Astralis are here waiting, though.
Oh, come on. Come on, Magisk. Okay, he's dead. That's fine. There's 4 more. There's 4 more people I can put my hopes in. Dupree. Come on, Dupree. Come on, Dupe. Give us one of these big Dupree moments that we've come to know and love over the years. I got faith. I got faith in Dupree, because I don't have faith in the others. They're getting melted. But Dupree, I told you Dupree would do something at least. He gets one. Oh, so hoping for more. It is a Gambit round through and through. They break apart the 4-spy from Astralis. Now up onto a second and an eco round looming. So that 3-0 scoreline is pretty much as good as done.
Yeah, we did see Gambit lose this map yesterday, right, to Vitality. A very impressive result for Vitality getting that 2-0 win, but Gambit a little more pumped up. Ooh. A little more ready for the match at hand today, especially with elimination on the line, right? That's when you often see the most out of teams, right? And they know that, well, you lose this, you go home. Many people already home, but in the proverbial sense, still not where you want to be, looking for those playoff runs. And we're going to say a goodbye to a lot of really, really good teams as well, right? Obviously, 3 teams making out of each group here at IEM. Big groups as well. So a lot of losers in this tournament, which is a bit of a shame. But, you know, you've got to have losers to make winners. Gambit right now looking for the latter of that. Zip scouting outside of the B site. But other than that, it's a Deagle and 3 USPs. It's not a round that Astralis should have any stake in. They've stacked B, and it's a good read right now. Gambit aren't going to be surprised by getting free mid control and seeing toilet is empty. They will just read into Astralis being back in the A site. So Gambit walking into this stack gives Astralis at least a hope in hell in this round. Barrel's Molly will do nothing coming over the top. Shiro looking for the entry. It's a nice dig out of Dupree, and he's done damage to Axel as well. Guns getting shuffled out, trying to stop Astralis picking them up, and Gambit decide they don't like what they see. They're going to reset with the bomb.
I like this out of Gambit, though. It's very, very measured, right? Like, you don't like the look of that B-bomb site. You see a few too many enemies. You lose a player on the push. And so they just go, you know what? We've got a minute. They're only on pistols. Plenty of time. They're the ones feeling the pressure. And so we just won't commit into this stack. Astralis, you know, at this point, they're committed. Right? Committed is as committed does here. down in the B side of the map, so they will just get bypassed in this round.
Yeah, they were trying to fake rotate as well. Two players ran out and ran up the stairs and then walked back down. So, you know, you're hoping that Gambit have left Monster only to hold for another 20, 30 seconds and then recommit. A lot of teams do that, but because Gambit had two guys in mid anyway, they had a lot of control. They just decide to, you know, join up with the early hold in middle. So it's a good call from Gambit, and yeah, Astralis, you know, they make a risk, they make a gamble, and it doesn't pay off. It doesn't matter though, only pistols. They weren't ever going to win that round. And so we're waiting for the rifles, but we did that a lot on Inferno, and look how that panned out. Gambit 3-0 up. Okay, luckily Inters has bailed out.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Clean.
Okay, this is a big moment for Astralis and for Astralis fans. You're hoping that, like, they just come in, they get the guns, and they look good, right? This was a big problem back on Inferno, is it felt like we never really got to see a CT side where they had everything they needed. You know, like they win the pistol, they get a conversion, and then they play that bonus round, and then it felt like they were kind of on, like, bad money for the rest of the half. We got the 5-man boost being thrown up here. Shiro with his orb. Don't jump peek it, Glaive! Oh, he gives in to temptation, and Shiro takes him out of the round. Now, Bubsky, I like the response here. You know that if they're employing the 5-man boost, they will be lacking map control. And so he just aggroes through short. The moment that's called, pushes Con, and brings us back into a 4-on-4. That is a very heads-up play from Bubsky.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably wasn't ready for Hobbit to already be there, right? It's very fast from Hobbit, but still getting the kill. And the AWP on long does good work as well. That's a big entry, though. Oh, Bubsky just trying to drop his util. The nade is nice. The molly trying to follow, but now he's got a gunfight. They're up in his face, and Bubsky doubles up, looking to close the round out, spraying Shiro, catching him in the air. But it's a 1-on-2 for Shiro. We know he loves a clutch, and he doesn't feel comfortable yet. He thinks they're already in the B-bomb site. He's going to try and evade capture. Reroute back towards the door. Will they hear this from CT? Doesn't look like it. They're still playing like he's in the bomb site, because as far as they know, he is. This is a mega rotate for Shiro. He's walking. He can't afford to run here. They will hear the steps on short. Astralis are re-aggroing B, trying to get that information, but no matter when they get it, it will come too late. Shiro can plant. He can go back to wherever the hell he wants, probably toilets. And with the AWP in a post-plant, this is his round to win.
Yeah, this is beautiful from Shiro, right? This is a guy who is so comfortable in clutch situations, you know. And even the fact that he's walked up here, knife out the entire way. He has the read. He knows what's going on in a round like this. Now pushing into the bank, Shiro trying to strip rounds away, and he's got it down to the 1v1. In with the re-peak. Magisk will trade it out. Shiro tried to put a stop to the round there and then. But you don't get past Magisk for free. Astralis going to grab that defuse, but boy, is it close. You're not celebrating yet.
Oh my goodness, man. What a scary situation to be in for Magisk. He just holds his own, luckily enough. Kill comes to him. But that is terrifying on all fronts. Nice B-hole for Bubsky as well. He has a massive round. You kind of forget it with, you know, Shiro taking all the limelight for a moment there, but Bubsky got 3. He got that opener as well, like you said, to trade Glaive out, or refrag at least. And yeah, that's a close round. Not one that Gambit can be too upset at. They know the damage they've just done to the economy. They got 4 kills there. If they win this follow-up round, Astralis' money is back in the doldrums. So it's not really a worry for Gambit. More than comfortable on this T side. Nice round for Astralis, though. On the board early. That's the difference today. Took them a while to get warmed into Inferno.
And I mean, hell, right? Like, you know, you said something just then, right? You said that, like, Shiro's almost clutch maybe overshadows Bubsky. Man, I think that was like a sick round out of the Bubs. That was the one I was fully focusing on.
The Bubs.
Yeah,
the
Bubs.
basis.
Yeah, man, I know him like that. Dude, no, that was sick out of him. Very, very smart, right? From the re-aggression to reclaim that you know, kill onto Glaive from the 5-man boost. This time we've got mid-aggression with this molly. Glaive crosses into Park while you've got the AWP holding down mid. Now, Glaive is flashed off the angle. Gambit, they consider that a possibility. I almost feel like that was like a read. Maybe I'm looking too deep into this and I'm trying to give Gambit way more credit than, but like they waited with the Molotov down at ramp, and then they extinguish it, and then they start to move up towards party. I almost wonder if they were trying to give Glaive time to get deep so that he is blind to that flash.
So he thinks that, you know, the molly's down, they haven't smoked it, I'm not getting rushed, let's take some space. No, that's a good...
Right?
That's not... It might not be far from the truth, Harry. Maybe a bit of a read. Oh, meanwhile, Inter's opening up B with Nafany. Troublesome twosome. And Astralis, the same situation, 2v5, probably looking to save here. Dupree certainly is. Just hoping for someone to make a mistake. Meanwhile, Hobbit's here to cut off rotates. You expect a long A save, right? That is the meta on Overpass. And Hobbit has cleared out so much of the map, you know, coming from T-spawn. He knows they can't be much deeper. But running could get him heard by Dupree. That being said, you know, here, it's worth dying for the info if you're Gambit, because your team can come in and pick up the pieces, get rid of those guns. Magisk waiting. Here they come. Oh, and it's a deathly blow from Axile, leaving just that little orb. Ooh.
Dupree, hide and seek champion, no. Maybe no. Hobbit, oh, why are you gonna do Dupree like that?
Yeah, I think he realized that everything else was clear. He checked deep long, he cleared the site. If they're up in A, okay, can't do much about it. But the one angle that he had to check, and yeah, look at Dupree, man. I feel the same way. He hides out the entire round. It seems like he's got away with the orb. Last second death. Worst way to have it done. 4-1, and we mentioned this, right? Shiro may lose that clutch, but the damage that is done in that round puts Astralis on pistols in this one. All Gambit needed was a winner, and they get it. Now you can really start rolling on this T side.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that's one of the scariest things about, you know, like, this whole matchup right now is that with Gambit having this T-side start and getting the money in this shape already, this is exactly what you would want for like a Gambit steamroll. Every round they win up against Rifles is hitting like a 2-for-1. You got a nice little pistol stack down in Connector in this round here. And they've got two players up on the boost mob, but the mollies forced them out.
Nice flash from B.
I love it, man. You just play around the guns. You know that, like, they're going to try and make that cross, and someone might have, right, to try and get the AK. And so Hobbit just collects his free kill. That AK's being watched, man. You're not getting your hands on it, Astralis. You're going to have to do this with the pistols. Glaive, he's got this deagle, but he's given up his position, and Hobbit's head's on a swivel. Bubsky might face the same fate. Oh, no, never mind. They don't know about Bubsky now. Still, he's only got a USP, right? He should be hot.
Oh, of course. Reasonable check. Let me just turn around here.
Yeah, let's just suddenly 180 with very little.
Dude, Axel's nuts, man. He was 10-0 last map. He's 9-1 right now, running a similar spot right now for Gambit. Yeah, when this guy's on form and Shiro's hitting orb shots like he has been doing all game, this is the Gambit you know. This is the Gambit you love. 5-1 up. Another buy for Astralis. They've got to make it work here. Like you said, that 2-for-1 effect, that coupon code that Gambit have. Well, it's going to get redeemed. Oh, nice nade at least. That's something here for Astralis, but Gambit are set up outside of B, with the exception of Inter is going to come back and join them. Connector getting cleared in the meantime and ready to pop through the monster smoke. Zip is here on the other side. Oh, pressure on Zip now. He's lost Glaive, and he's the only B player. He might have to look at short as they come through monster. The timing's not great. He's taken a safer position to anchor B from, but at the timing, they've given so much room away, and Axel's just walked through. If Zip stayed on monster another second, maybe he gets a multi-kill off that spray through the smoke, but instead, he gets a little bit too comfortable. And Gambit just clean it up, just send Astralis packing.
This is already, you know, if you watched Inferno, it might feel like you're watching a very, very similar game right now, because what's happening again is that, like, Astralis is just having a save. They lose the 2 kills that have to come through. They're now trying to hold on to these guns. But once more, because Gambit are just so wealthy, it's so worth it for them to try and take some of these weapons away. If you even take one gun out of this save, suddenly the idea of Astralis force buying next round is coming in with a lot of limitations.
Oh, and there's,
there's two of the guns gone. So now you cannot buy next round.
I wouldn't want to be an Astralis player today, Harry. This is, you know, you cannot take it away from Gambit for sure. They've had a great game plan on Inferno. That much is showing as well here on Overpass, but Astralis have had the worst end of the stick every single time, without fail, no matter what they do, no matter where they go. They can't save a gun. They can't gamble aside.
Plus, I get the feeling that, like, you know, whenever you face like some kind of like weird hardship, right? And I think like the Vitality 0-2 finish yesterday maybe fits the bill there for Gambit. You know, you either crumble under that pressure, or it like lights the fire beneath you and you kind of double down. You up your game, right? You know that, like, looking at Gambit, looking what they've been able to achieve, they shouldn't even be here in this lower bracket, right? They shouldn't be in this position, and yet they are. And so, you know, it feels like it's lit a bit of a fire beneath them to really pick it up, because this level that we're getting out of them now, it's almost like a different team to what we had yesterday in that Vitality game.
Well, here we go. Half buy, one saved, Org, nothing much behind it. Bubsky has a scout, he takes a little peek mid, but nades will keep him passive, and Axel again back in with more B picks. Now, double monster push might get heard, there's lots of noise being made, he mollies his retreat as well, and he's going to escape. I love the move, get out of here, regroup with your team, you've got one kill already, don't give them a gun on a round like this. If Gambit play together, they can always trade, and they can always make sure that Astralis stay underarmed. Nice shot through the wall. So Axel does get his comeuppance at least, but as said, irretrievable weapon, at least at this point in the round. And Astralis, they're going to gamble 3 top site. I like this. Gambit are not committed right now. Reaggressing is only going to feed into Gambit's default. The bomb's holding outside B. Inters want to kill at long. Shiro has his back. This is not only perfect observing, but perfect patience from Gambit. Let the kills come to you. And eventually when they don't, pick a bomb site and execute. That will be B by the looks of things. Oh, leg spotted. Will that show the bomb on the mini-map? It certainly should. We're already seeing a double rotate coming down. They know what's going on. Oh, it's getting awkward. Big kill. Nafany covers his teammate by taking down Magisk, and Shiro's patience pays off. 4-on-2. Gambit have the B bomb site. The scout does come to life, and Hobbit is very late here, as he did fall back after getting tagged, not wanting to lose the bomb on his own. Luckily, more frags for Gambit by the second, and Bubsky is suddenly alone. 2 players in the remit of a one-shot, but he misses the jump, and that might be the round.
Oh, yeah, now they know he's there. Inters just hunts him down from heaven. Gambit up onto 7. And Astralis still with the one sad, solitary round to their name, coming in with another reinvestment, right? Double AWP in play. Dupree and Glaive going to be donning the big green guns.
Yeah, Glaive's 0-8.
Also, cool stat from Ezio.
Always got them.
Yeah. Astralis have made the playoffs at 23 ESL events in a row. The last time they didn't make it was ESL Pro League Season 6, where they had Rubino standing in. You know, we're talking years at that point. And yet here they stand, potentially about to be dealt a very, very one-sided series to send them home. We need someone, anyone, it could be anyone on this roster, man, to step up and fill the void. Magisk in this round has opened it up for Astralis, and he's left them in a 5-on-4. Gambit, they're not really used to this. They're not really used to having to claw their way back into rounds. So let's see what they can do as they start to push their way down through long.
Uh-oh. Dupree, he's playing for the deep angle. If they swing him, he will not be able to... Oh, well, they didn't swing him. They walked it, luckily enough. That's good for Dupree. Certainly thankful for that one. Could have got problematic instead. It's a 5-on-3 where Astralis feel like nothing can go wrong in this round for them. Gambit can use a bit of the clock to wait for re-aggro, but why would Astralis make that mistake? They rotate a 3rd man down B. But even then, not for long, coming right back up to the top site. And Gambit, I mean, are they even going to go for this? There's no reason to save in this position. You may as well give it a go. 30 seconds, though. They can't wait forever. So much money. So all the more reason to commit.
Dupree dodges the flash, but can't connect. Both the orbs missing in tandem. The shots are flinging over the top, but nothing's connecting. Nothing's hitting. Finally, Glaive is in with a kill. And there's Dupree as well. Left hook, right hook, both of them land. And it is just Shiro left in the 1v4 with 7 seconds left. Astralis, they're on to a winner here. They're on to a second. They can take solace in that at least. Shiro should live to tell the tale. He gets out of that. And so that's a pretty clean round for Astralis. A couple more like that, and maybe they can be onto something in this CT half.
Yeah, double orb, that's nice. Gets Glaive on the board as well. A couple of early pickups for Astralis is something they've not really had too often either. Will Gambit continue to default? Are we going to start to see, you know, a faster approach, maybe a B execute? Looking like it from the mini-map, everyone's setting up on this B-bomb site. Zip's going to try and cross Monster with a flashbang, but Gambit are in hot pursuit right now. Flash up connector for Magis to fight, and Nafany sees it coming, deals with it easily. Glaive at the pillar. Gonna get contact played, gotta watch his Monster as well. He's got 2 players covering there at least, but Glaive is so low, and Nafany still gets that pick out. Here's Hobbit through the smoke, and everyone's gone. Astralis getting rolled in the B-bomb site. Even a cool Heaven lineup as well. Cutting off this AWP, but he's coming from behind instead. That being said, Dupree's not looking to win the round. He's looking for damage.
This is just brutal. I can't even begin to imagine how guys like Dupree must be feeling, man. Like, you know, you think about it, the Astralis era, one of the most like insane time periods to have lived through. And now we're seeing, you know, this Astralis squad minus Device with Bubsky in, playing up against the guys at the helm of their era, right? It is like new meets old in a sense. And so it must feel heartbreaking. I think Astralis really wanted to at least give them more of a run for their money. Just imagine how it would feel, man. Like, you guys were the top dogs for so long. No one could even touch you. There's a new sheriff in town.
Great stuff from Gambit, though. Another reckless T side where Astralis can't catch a break. Inferno all over again. Scoreboards aren't pretty for Astralis either. No one really saving them here. Dupree at 6 kills is the top. Compare that with Gambit.
One of the things that I have really enjoyed as well is that Gambit looks so sure in their reads out of the game. Like, the amount of times you've seen guys like Shiro, for example, in that 1v2 clutch, he's just knife out, like walking up towards the A-bomb site. So comfortable in his read of the situation that, like, you know, he knows no one's going to be there. There's that round where, like, you know, Nafany walks through the long door. Now, admittedly there, he dies to Dupree, but it's like, you know, that they have so much confidence in their reads of the game. They're not like flashing angles where they're expecting no one to be. They're very, very clinical in this approach, man, and it's a sight to behold.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to say as well, and for that reason is the reason I'm so excited to see these guys on LAN eventually, right? Because I think a lot of people, you know, in the online era, sure, a lot of teams found success that maybe wouldn't have in a LAN-dominated era, but, you know, I don't think you can say to Gambit, oh, you know, oh, they're just aimers and they're just, oh, they're just good online. I think this will translate for a team like Gambit, not for every team, for a team like Gambit, you know, on the big stages. Sure, maybe some nerves in crowd tournaments for sure. Like, everyone goes through that for the first time, but you know, then you've got the capable hands of Hobbit to guide you through. Major winner, by the way. Right now, though, Magis opened up with a nice little double spray, and so Astralis have finally got another 5-on-3. Gambit gonna give it a go on the A site nonetheless. Glaive is gone from the toilets, and maybe there's still a chance. Zip is having to run his rotate because Magisk is all that stands on this top site. He's going to try and re-aggro, might catch Shiro escaping, jumping over the edge, but Magis doesn't take the shot, holds it until he has a guaranteed confirmed kill, and there it is. Orb's been traded back out. Axile trying to trade with the wallbang. Magis going to hunt him down while he still can. Oh, a nice spray. Magis gone for the ace right now. It's only Hobbit. He may be low, and he does have the bomb, but he's going to give it up, give it to Hobbit. Astralis, they don't care about the ace. They just want the round. There's Zip to close and keeping their money alive as well, right? Smart play from Magisk. highlights are one thing, but economy is another, and it's something Astralis need to get on top of if they want to pull this CT side back.
Yeah, it's still, you know, a long way away from feeling like you're out of the woods. And arguably, you know, you might never find your way out of these woods, man. You might be in there for a long while.
They'll find your body, though.
Gambit have just got so much cash, and that is something that there's just no...
Oh, how did Shiro get it?
I was going to say, you know, that's something there's just no answer for. You know, like all this money that Gambit have, you're not really going to be able to break it down before the half is over. So it is going to be a big uphill grind for Astralis. They're in a 3-on-4 this round. We have the point man and Glaive over here in mid, reclaiming some lost ground, but now he's been quick to give it up, dropping down into B and kind of hedging their bets down towards the B bomb site. Gambit still have plenty of time. They've still got the manpower. They're spreading out. And on the back of losing Zip, Glaive might even come back down to B. And that's not where the bomb needs to be heading right now. It can go either site. Bomb is dealt with Bobski. Now they spot Glaive, and they're just going to run him down. They're just going to fight him.
So many of, you know, these defaults for Gambit have been profitable, right? You know, even from the way the pistol round went, where, you know, Astralis got very aggressive outside of B. Gambit have loved just sitting back on their laurels and waiting for the kills to come to them. And when they do, when they have these 4-on-2s, that's when we see like this flashy Gambit running into a bomb site, looking for 1-on-1s, winning them more often than not. And that's another great example. Just sat back, kills come to them, and then they explode. Now broken by for Astralis yet again. It's familiar territory. Through the molly, Magic's going to meet them in the middle, and he's great for these opening kills right now. He's got another. Can he live to tell the tale? The one rifle would love to get out of there alive, and so it will. All right. It's not a lost round yet for Gambit, but it's a little more of a task, a little more of a puzzle to figure out in this 4-on-5.
But damn, are they good at puzzles, right? That's the vibe you get.
You can't even eat on their dinner table, Harry. It's just pieces, scraps. Ooh.
Magisk. Oh, head taken off, but the M4 has propelled itself into Dupree's hands. Now, Axel, while this is happening, is in B. And it's just Glaive. He has wrapped up from behind. Yes, Glaive's dropped the bomb. Okay, the USP. It stayed true to Glaive. Now he's onto an AK.
Oh, this is great as well. They're going to take so long trying to get this bomb back, thinking he's playing it, that he's going to completely outposition them. Now, when Gambit eventually get that bomb, they won't have a lot of time. They've got to pick a site, and they've got to go immediately. Do they know? Have they heard him? They're suddenly knife out running to the bomb. They aren't convinced. But they will get it back. Which site do they go to? Glaive is rerouted, spawn to B, back up to A. Gambit are going right into his nest.
Glaive, you smart man. He's still got the goods. Now he's got to hit the shots. Over on the truck, he's biding his time. Taps Axile out of the round, but can't get past Nafany. Oh, it's such a good try. It's such a good try from Glaive. He's just trying to play the time. He just wants to live. He doesn't know where Nafany is, and Nafany domes him. That's heartbreaking. Yeah. You thought like that was you sneaking around past Gambit when you shouldn't, and that would have been a nice little confidence booster. But instead now, you're heartbroken that that one has been stripped away from you.
Yeah, even when, right, finally Astralis should have a round one, it's just absolutely yoinked past them. Gambit, 10-round half, and we are not done, Harry. They could 12-3 this by winning this one round. And again, putting Astralis back with a force buy at the tip of their fingers. Gambit going through the mid-smoke. Nafany, he did this on Inferno. It worked wonders. He's doing it again, and there's no one here to stop him. Trying to wrap back on the long side. We've got two Astralis players here, and Magisk saves Dupree's life. He was open to Nafany. That would have been awkward if he got away with that first kill, but instead, Gambit, look at the reaction. They realize it's a double long, and they take far short. They trap Astralis. They box them into this position. You've got to be worried about those rotates up CT, but otherwise, they can try and fight Astralis while they're trapped behind this molly. Axel's left B to grab the bomb, and Gambit actually get caught out. Inters swung by Magisk with a flash. They're not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, this is really weird now. You're like in an Astralis sandwich, and while that kind of sounds like a dream come true for some, it's not for Gambit. They're in the middle of all these crosshairs. Hobbit's left trying to fight against overwhelming odds. And Magisk is on for another ace. 4 in this round again, and just Axal left to find who is coming his way. Magisk, you weren't able to get the ace last time, but right now, there is a good chance. Axal, ooh, trying to slip the knife in the back of Magisk. Just jumping on dice. Oh, sidelined by Axal. And there's actually a world where he could maybe even get a bomb plant here. 1 man on the CT side, 2 towards short, and smoke plant should just get spammed out, should just get cleaned up, and he will. Astralis find 4, and so maybe there's a chance at a 5-10 half after all.
Yeah, Magisk has just come alive in these last few rounds, right? From pushing mid, taking these opening kills, the double on long as well, 2 4Ks. Massive impact in actually getting Astralis something to sit back on this CT side, right? They're fighting for 5 right now. That would, it's not good half, but considering how dominant Gambit have been, you're going to be fine with it. Take what you can get. Connector play. Magisk again looking for openers. He runs through the smoke and the molly and fights Hobbit in the corner, who never knew he got past that smoke. Escaping to be short as well. Safety for now, because B's getting taken by Gambit. Bubsky mows him down in the monster, and the bomb is there as well. Shiro might have to back up and be careful. Doesn't want to throw this round away immediately. His team may not have done too well on the contact monster play, which in the past has done really well for Gambit. But a 2-on-4 to close the half. Shiro's going to swap out with an AK and Spawn. Planning for everything, this guy. So can Astralis close another advantageous round? It feels like when they're in these positions, they've been very, very good at getting it done. Or will Gambit win a stinker?
While they're fighting this together, they're grouping up on the short side.
Oop.
Oh. It's not that clean. And with Magisk having pushed, he's going to blindside Shiro with the bomb. Inter's last man standing, and even though he trades that kill, he is now just inches away from certain death. 25 seconds. And sadly, for Inter's, this might not be a clutch that's, that he's feeling good about. Astralis looking to get onto 5. Oh, they are looking. They're looking. They're hoping. It should be easy. Should be fine. Should be locked in with so little time left. When he taps this, should just get shot in the back. And there it is. Bubsky does pull through to put 5 on the board for the Danes. But is that enough? Or is there a changing of the guard in order as Astralis are eyeing up elimination?
So after Device left the team, we did some role swapping. So we brought in our 6th guy, 6-man, Bubsky, and he has been doing a really good job as a rifle player. And then, as Danny said, we have been taking into Pre as the main AWP player, and he is actually evolving pretty good. As you see in the beginning, he wasn't feeling it 100%, but it's getting better and better. So yeah, I'm extremely satisfied with how he has been progressing, and also just how we have been progressing in overall. I think we have been doing good. I think it's pretty tough for us because now we have lost some games in a row, and it's not like a feeling that we know too much of. Back in the days when we lost one game, we directly went home and then we won maybe the next tournament or something. And right now we have been losing some games in a row. So yeah, hopefully we can work harder and find our way back to winning some titles again.
The team were in a phase where finding themselves, and I actually think that we have been proved of what you can expect. Obviously, we are we're trying out some different roles, and people need some time to adjust to these roles. Especially Peter is being put under a lot of pressure because he has to basically be the main AWPer at most maps that we play. We try to take as much pressure off him as possible, but obviously it takes time, and I would say I'm satisfied with our progress so far, but there's also room for improvement. But overall, I think that compared to other teams, we are working extremely hard on all levels, and I think that we have been improving over time, but can still improve more, obviously.
While CIS might be having struggles over on the B stream with OG taking a 2-0 versus VP, but here between Gambit and Astralis, it's all Gambit, baby. The young chaps on this CT side now of Overpass looking to close the series and kick out Astralis from the competition. While they do, it's been some time since Adenir, Sullivan, Astralis have not made those playoffs. But changing of the guard, you said, Harry, that may be where we're at right now.
Yeah, pistol round's already beginning, and it might not be summertime vibes for Astralis. They're trying to bounce back into this series, into this map. Hell, man, it's got to start here. Zip opens up the pistol with a big kill, however.
Yep.
There's no accounting for that. Shiro has absolutely bodied Magisk out of the server.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. That's Dupree giving us the opener into the A side, but there is more where that came from. Oh, they're in the smokes. Dupree dead, and Inter's still left here fighting. Low on HP. He should be an easy cleanup. He should be an easy kill. It's eluded capture for the time being. Finally, the wrap from Bubsky is in. And look at Shiro, mate. Shiro, bombs on A. Shiro! They're not planting.
No.
Astralis aren't planting. So Shiro's actually being given a lot of time. Glaive's like, come on, Shiro, we're on A. Bomb's now down. Shiro, Clutch King, up through the long side. He's been on a big rotation. He's been on the tour of Overpass. He's seen it all.
Kit is sat on the bomb, worth noting.
Oh, like literally on top of it?
On top of the bomb.
No. Oh my God, it is. That feels almost too good to be true.
Is he not even going for it? Is he just going to save the armor?
Yeah, probably.
That feels like a bit of a waste, right? Like, you know, always a chance. But fair enough. You'd like to think Astralis would never lose that round, right? But with what we've seen from Gambit in this series already, they feel certainly unstoppable to a degree. Shiro getting those taps in right at the very end. That is disgusting. I would love to see him go for it if he's hitting shots like that with a P2K, but it's nonetheless going to be armor saved and a cheaper helmet bought up if he wants it.
Yeah, no, man, for your AWPer, that's actually like banging, right? He gets out the round with 3 kills. Well, that's $900 made. Cheap upgrade as well if he wants to force in this one. And actually, he full sends the force by.
Fair enough, you know.
Gets the FAMAS out alongside some armor.
Let's see Astralis' T side. I said it was a bit, you know, a bit troubling in the last couple of Overpass games that we saw from them. Let's see if that's going to hold true here as well, if they've done some work. Because here on the home ground for Gambit, they're happy to be here.
Pretty passive back in the A bomb site, and like a triple stack down here on B. They did have a 4th player in heaven as well, and now they're calling for him to come back. Kills traded by Inters, and the 3rd man is now up in heaven to try and help out with this site hold. However, Astralis are already in. They're running amok.
Oh, no.
The Deagle's good for a kill, and Shiro's FAMAS strikes now as well. He's got a nade for the plant spot. That's going to go over the top. Softens up Glaive, and Axile is quick to capitalize. Bubsky, trial by fire. He's in a 1v3 and dancing around the pillar. Bubsky's done so much here, but is it enough? No, Axile stripped it away, and it's all in vain. The round found for Gambit, and they immediately bring the heat into this second half.
I love that from Gambit, man. The set nade from CT from that safe position. Shiro is playing for it, right? That was one of the 2 bits utility he was able to buy. He didn't go for a smoke, mate. He went for a nade. He wanted that exact plant spot to come in, and then they peek the Glaive on the site with the nade in tandem. Double damage. No chance here for Astralis despite Bubsky's best efforts. And hell, you win a pistol, but you immediately get forced. Ouch. Gambit even taking a pause just to let you stew in it, man. Boil in the broth that is defeat.
Yeah, man, it's rough. I get sad looking at the Astralis player cams now, man.
Yeah,
like, you can tell they're really saddened by this. But now's not the time for emotions, right? Emotions, they're like a route to imperfection. And Astralis, they've always had like a robot-esque determination and ability to carry on.
Axile still looking sick, 21-8. He wins that little deagle clutch on the B-bomb site to give Gambit well, not the lead, but at least the momentum, I guess, with the money as well. Astralis, they've got a force. They've got 1 AK here. Magisk. They're clearing con. They've got B short. Good map control so far. Gambit are playing for Monster rather than the short side. They're not offering up a kill, hiding behind the pillar. If you want this for Astralis, you've got to commit. Double face comes in, but Magisk isolates the angle and finds Hobbit early. That's something at least here for Astralis, but more CTs flooding in, trying to fill the void, trying to trade to kill the spam. And Magisk even predicts the swing from Nafany, but it's not enough. Traded into a 4-on-4, gun swapped out onto Bubsky. Can he give that Galil to a teammate? He did have one before. There it is, retrieved by Zip.
The old thing about Astralis used to be they had like some killer utility. Well, they've been getting shredded by what Gambit have brought to the table in their util, man. Like, they time Nafany's peak short side with a little nade setup, and it just annihilates Magisk. This force buy now kind of hanging in the balance, and Astralis, to have made the decision to go for this force in the first place, they put a lot on the line. There is a lot riding on finding something in this round. In towards B they go. Rotations being called for already from Gambit as they start to bring players down. Inters is good for a double as Bubsky's caught looking the wrong way, but it's the Dupree Deagle, baby, laying down the entries. Axile tries to go through the heaven smoke, and Glaive helps him on his journey, sends him up to the big man upstairs, and Astralis are on to a 7.
Oh, the Deagles, man. They're dastardly, Harry. Dupree with the double, and too much alliteration for my liking, but at least Astralis on the board yet again. Clean entries from Dup. And yeah, Axile, he could have stopped the plant there. Glaive, if he doesn't hit that shot, Axile could, find an angle behind the sandbags. Dupree was just a shot from death. Now, Force Buy flipped on its head. Gambit are the ones with the Deagles out. Still threatening, sure. Far less than the weapons of Astralis. Axile's pushed up on long. He's hearing them out mid as well. He's got a big flank.
Oh,
do they consider it?
They're not even considering this. Axile could. Glaive turns around. Glaive. Still dead to the Deagle. But a man has slipped by. Magisk and Axile have traded places. And Axile is stuck between Astralis forces. So it was only a matter of time before they're able to trade that out. Okay. Oh my God, the Deagles are working the other way, and I'm freaking out. Dupree and Magisk, 2 versus 4. They've got to go back and get the bomb. The Force by Wars might be set to continue after all. Shiro's waiting back in bank. It's a very passive A setup with all the attention on the B bomb site. Shiro is just here as a pair of ears, essentially, and he can spam the plant spot. That's really the extent of his gameplay in this round. He will be here as the early warning system, though. And he's going to get the info. They're not only in the A site, but they're pushing up and they're taking CT. This gives Gambit a very good understanding of, like, you know, how they're trying to approach this 2-on-4. Dupree's not going to get any freebies from aggressing through bank. And so he's even reconsidered this entire option. He has decided to hang around and keep fighting from this position, but it's only good for one. Magisk is now asked to clutch this in a 1v3, and he's getting wrapped from just everywhere.
Yeah. I don't know what the plan was there for Astralis.
It felt
right?
like he got really
plant,
screwed.
CT
like
push. I don't know what they're hoping to happen, what they're planning for. Obviously, when they see, you know, the Shiro player in bank, they don't know about Dumpster. There could be another guy doing the same thing, crouched, waiting for contact, about to explode. And so, you know, the plan for Toilet is fine, but they don't play for it. Maybe it's Magisk having the SMG. They want to use it up close. They want to kill those rotates while they can, but they lose all that short control. They get fast flanked by Hobbit. Just went from bad to worse for Astralis. Of course, 2-on-4, screwed situation, no matter how you play it.
Plus, you know, from playing for Flaren recently, he kept having a go at me if ever I would, like, get spotted and then hang around in a spot for, like, 5 seconds. He said, like, you know, you're just letting them fight you for free, essentially. And that is what it felt like happened to the aggression in bank there, right? They spotted it early on Shiro, and then it kind of got stuck in, like, a state of flux for Astralis, where they didn't really want to commit to bank, it felt like, anymore, but they just didn't have any options left. Very, very awkward round as they go.
Yeah, and, you know, we've seen these Force by Wars, Harry. They're just not over yet. They keep running it back, forth and back again. Gambit winning with Deagles. Astralis now at least get the bomb plant. They can put in guns. But, you know, it's just, again, just weak weapons on both sides. And Gambit have the lead. They'll trade rounds all damn day, Astralis. If you keep trading rounds, you're going to be knocked out of this tournament. So Astralis need to break the streak. They need to build one of their own, in fact. And it has to happen here and now. No ifs or buts, no second chances, no lower bracket. This is the lower bracket.
So I guess there is some
Yeah,
lower
well, there's no lower bracket.
Yeah, okay. No double lower.
That's called elimination.
Yeah.
Low and
shorts.
slow.
Yeah. Sneaking up, and Shiro is just blindsided by the aggression. I do like that out of Dupree. He's like, look, man, big plays have got to get made. Make an omelet, you got to crack a couple of eggs. All the Saiyans are coming out. He does dide along. The bomb's now cut loose. This was a good looking round for Astralis, and now in almost record-breaking time, it's gone so wrong. Glaive will dig Axile at least on the long side. Now that's like a big sigh of relief. You don't have to worry about the thorn in your side that Axile was, but the bomb is still down and out in the open. Inters keeps this even. Hobbit takes it one step further, and Zip can't see the clutch through to the very end. Gambit win out the Force by Wars, and Astralis are now left up against 13 with nothing.
That's amazing reaggro from Gambit. Astralis is so ready to get comfortable in A, and you know, I'll go get the plant, go kill the truck player, and then we'll, you know, hold off on the retake. No, not today. Gambit just throw bodies at the problem. They push in through CT. They hunt those kills. The SMG knows he's going to die, but Inters gets that key trade on the headshot angle, and you know, kill after kill with those retrieved AKs. Gambit steal the round away. We talk about the Force Spies. Well, they're over now. Astralis finally, with 13 at least against them, have got to eco. They've got to give 14 up to Gambit.
One of the things that Gambit are like so good at is they'll like mind game you by making you think that like you're making the right play, and you know, like you're taking some kind of advantage, when like in reality they were planning for that all along, right? They kind of get you to like fall into their trap without even realizing. You know, it's like a mousetrap, man. Like Astralis, they're going towards the cheese thinking, oh, delicious, and then whoosh. Nope. actually Gambit were planning for it all along. Even like having the little SMG swing out, you know, it did give up the kill, and it made players peek out into the open from Astralis to try and get into the site.
Yeah, it's all purposeful, right? Oh, they're buying. Okay, now I just don't agree with this. Like on any sort of level,
On a moral level.
on a moral level as well, on a emotional level, on a financial level. This one's weird because you had 2K. It's a trash buy. Like, look at it, it's trash buy. Maybe you B rush, but it's still a bad buy. And you would have had your actual first full gun round next coming up.
Yeah.
Instead, you just never have that. If you lose this, you have to make that choice. Okay, do we force till the game's over, or do we play for OT?
In Astralis' defense, you know, this is like, yeah, don't get me wrong, big risk, but it's a big reward. The fact that that round comes down to a 1v1 means that you can break their money.
Yeah.
So it's like a calculated risk. They know they've put everything into this round, and so they need to find results. They run into B, and they get swept aside. Hobbit destroys the B push, and with it, really all the fuel, all the steam that Astralis might have had has been sucked right out of them now. A 2v4 in a round that they had to win.
Yeah, and you know, you're right there. Your logic is good. Like, yeah, 4 kills in the previous round. Oh, let's break their money. But that's been this entire T side. Keep in mind, right? It's not like we're 3 rounds into the half. We are deep into this second half, and Astralis have yet to field 5 AKs. They've yet to show us a gun round. This is what happened on Inferno as well. Just so delayed with some of the CT buys because of, you know, saving and losing players to exits. Like, Astralis could have easily just dropped around and come in with full guns. Now this is, with them losing it, this is the worst case scenario. 2 on 4, you're not winning this one. Magisk is now dinked. And like,
just bad to worse, isn't it?
If you force again after this, I'm not even gonna really worry at this point, because you don't have the room to play for OT. Playing OT while you're 8 rounds down is wishful thinking. That being said, I would still like them to at least have 1 eco to buy up fully. We've yet to see a 5 rifle round for Astralis. And
also, can I just to throw this on as well, like Hobbit had a very, very quiet Inferno. You know, the Gambit still won, so I don't think it was worth dwelling on it at all. Here on Overpass, man, guy's just come into his own. Like, he won that last round, and it's a huge round to win. Now an eco for Astralis. You know, they're just going to see if they can do anything, man. Like, you know,
you don't have to hype this one up,
you can't make
Harry.
a case for much in a round like this. You know, they've struggled with rifles, so with the pistols, I'm expecting far less.
Ooh,
Axile could get caught, but instead he's throwing himself into the fight. Only good for a double, and he was the one guy defending A. But the rotations are quick, the response is good. And Gambit have at least stopped this bomb going down for the time being.
Yeah, they try and jump to truck to get that, you know, plant in, but default was the only safe haven there for Astralis. Doesn't matter, no plant really needed to get the full buy here and now. And how often do you see Astralis playing for OT with an 8-round disadvantage? This is not what we know and love from Astralis, but this is a great game from Gambit, and I don't think anyone can take it away from them. Their T side on Inferno was beautiful, and the T side here was brutal. 1 more for Gambit, and more than enough opportunity to do it. Shiro's got that AWP as well. This is the beginning of the end.
Yeah, this is their 1 rifle buy. Can they make anything of it? Gambit have looked so damn good. And Axile, once again, this guy, there's no stopping him. He's opened the round up onto Dupree. Even looking for more. A man down. Quite a man to lose as well. Dupree fallen. They're out here in middle. They've got some short water control down towards the B bomb site, but that's really where the list of accomplishments begin and end in a round like this for Astralis.
Yeah, coming out connected could be a death sentence with Shiro on the angle. There's no flash right now. He's going to throw one of his own. Does work, bounces off of that light fixture and keeps the AWP back. Bubsky provides himself with an escape to get the bomb. Zip with a gnarly little angle, and 2 CTs there could swing in. but he's not being given anything right now, and he'd love an opening, he'd love an advantage drawn back to a 4-on-4. Meanwhile, Glaive's all the way up long. Axel is not considering it. He's running. This is a free kill if Glaive goes fast, and he does. Low HP, but the kill is in, and Shiro's getting wrapped from the toilets, trapped between two sides, and make it a third as they come out connector as well. The whiff spray recovered by Bubsky, and Astralis have the bomb site.
Oh, Nafany goes straight through. Nafany's gone through the smoke, a lot of damage. Magic's gonna trade it out at least. I do love how time and time again, Gambit are just rushing down this A-bomb site. Hobbit with the kills, brings it to a 1v1. Bubsky, the man in the hot seat. And oh, it's very hot indeed. Gambit, they've taken the victory. Astralis eliminated. Oh, 23 playoffs at ESL events in a row, and now the counter resets for the Danes. Gambit, they continue fighting on.